What's up, travelers? Welcome to another video. It has been quite some time since we last uploaded a video. We actually got caught up with Johnny Law while we were making the ceiling. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. It is a wild one. The van build got put on hold because it was part of this ongoing investigation. Anyways, we got that all cleared up, but because of that whole process, we are grossly behind schedule now. For about the past 2 weeks, we've been pulling a couple all-nighters just to kind of get caught up. Don't text me while I'm making YouTube videos. I don't have time for that. We go over all that in the last video. Definitely go check it out. Anyways, right now it is actually witching hour. And travelers, I gotta tell you, making a van is difficult. Making YouTube videos around building a van is difficult. Making YouTube videos around building a van while you're battling sleep deprivation is the fastest way to insanity. I really don't know how many more all-nighters I can pull before I completely lose my mind. But regardless of mental state, the van build must go on. And in this video, we are going to be going over the lower cabinetry for the sort of kitchen area. It's going to go right here, pretty much right where I'm sitting. And that's pretty exciting because now we're finally getting into the larger build elements of the van. So you can see it all taking shape and coming together. And I'm just excited for it, travelers. So without any more delays, let's get our measurements and head into the garage so we can get to building. Okay, travelers, we've got all of our measurements dialed in, but before we get to cutting, I wanted to share with you a little product that I recently picked up. This is a new respirator. I've been needing to get one because the one that I currently have is probably the first one ever made, so it was definitely time to upgrade. This is from a company called Forged Air. I thought that this was one of the most unique and definitely aesthetically pleasing respirators that I have ever seen. So we went ahead and made the purchase. Check it out. It is one continuous air filter right in the front. It's got a massive opening in the back. And because it is so open and so flowy, you travelers will be able to hear my sweet, sweet voice when I make all of my cuts, because this does not muffle your voice in the slightest. So I thought that was a great addition to the PPE that we already have. Now, just so that you are 100% aware, because the channel here is so new and so small, this is not sponsored or endorsed in any way, shape, or form, but a boy can dream, am I right? So if you want this, you're gonna have to search it for yourself. Again, it's Forged Air. They do make this with a little face shield. I thought that was a little bit overkill, so I just went with the respirator. Also, side note here, sorry for the unmotivated light source. It's just such a small space in here that I couldn't fit the light into frame. So if this setup feels like it's not based in reality, I assure you it is. That is a real garage light flickering. Kirby, how's the setup looking on your end? Okay, that's enough playing around. It's time to wake up and talk material. So if you're new to van building, one of the key things you always need to keep in mind during your build is strong yet lightweight materials. And one of the best for those is gonna be Baltic birch plywood. This is gonna be your bread and butter. Now, there are other options out there as far as materials, but the great thing about wood is that it gives you a lot of playroom to customize it however you want. It's really easy to go back and fix, and it is widely available. So Baltic birch is the way to go. We've got our Dixon Ticonderoga #2 Black Edition. Let's get our marks on here and we can start the cuts. We are gonna be doing 1 foot increments. A great thing about this is that this was a piece left over from the upper cabinet build. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But because I had leftover materials, I did not have to go and buy more or wait for additional materials to be delivered. Oh, I should probably grab my square. let's let's get these measurements. Yes. Okay, now that we have all of our pieces ripped to size, it is time to talk assembly. So we wanted to take this moment to give you travelers our sort of thought process when it came to fasteners. Now, there's two options. You can do either a metal fastener, such as a screw or like a pin nail, or you have yourself a wooden fastener, such as a dowel rod or like a finger joint or a dovetail joint, or really any sort of woodworking style joint. Now, if you go the route of the metal fastener, there are some pros and cons here. This is going to be your fastest, least crazy way to connect your pieces of wood together. However, given that the camper van is such an extreme environment with all of the different fluctuations in temperature, humidity, pressure, all of that, this might cause you some issues in the long run. So because of all of those conditions, your wood is constantly going to be fluctuating, expanding, contracting. And if you think about this screw being surrounded by your wood constantly, every single day, expanding, contracting, shaking around from just the driving of the van, this screw will eat away at the wood from the inside out. So we are going with the wood-on-wood fastener. This is a dowel rod. This is our fastener of choice here. It seems a little bit too simple to fasten wood in this method. However, because the dowel rod is made of wood, it is going to expand and contract with the wood pieces it is connected to. Now, in addition to this, we are going to be using wood glue as well. We love the wood glue. It makes everything permanent, so your mind can be at ease and you don't have to worry about a single thing. So now that you know our fastening method for all of the build, let's go ahead and assemble this crazy thing. Let's get this into place. See, that's why we like the Baltic birch. Super lightweight. Probably weighs as much as I do, which isn't much. Beautiful. That is perfect. So this is now in place exactly where we want it. And one of the great things about adding new pieces to the van is we get new camera angles, much like the one you're seeing me from now, which is a little scary, I will admit, but nothing we're not used to. Okay, so let's talk mounting. We are going to be using 4 M6 bolts. If you are interested, I will link these in the description. Don't even worry about it, I got you. But these are going to bolt the lower cabinet directly to the wall, making the connection insanely strong. And that way you're not going to lose it when you're ripping it around corners. And you can drive confidently with peace of mind, all thanks to the M6. Is that a tooth? Oh, it was such a long night.
It's over now.
Good. Let's go in.